You're watching Cape Media News, brought to you by Cape Media Center. Tonight on Cape Media News, local venue bounces multiple checks.
Plus, a preview of Yarmouth's special town meeting.
And a recap of this week in sports.
These stories and more are coming up next on Cape Media News.
Good evening and welcome to Cape Media News, your source for hyperlocal news that matters. I'm Mitch Sock.
And I'm Maxie Davidson. If you're a resident of Yarmouth, you're probably familiar with the Music Room in West Yarmouth. The venue, which showcases live local musicians, has a respectable 4.2 star rating on Google. If you're a musician, however, you might think that rating is a bit generous.
A local music venue is under scrutiny for alleged financial misdealings and a troubling track record of bounced checks. The Music Room of Cape Cod, located in West Yarmouth, is facing serious accusations, with musicians and investors coming forward to share their stories of unpaid bills and unkept promises. Here's what we know. The Music Room, billed as a next-generation venue, is now at the center of controversy. Musicians claim that they have performed at the venue but have not been paid for their work. One musician, Jerry, took to social media to recount a disturbing pattern of dishonored payments, including a bounced check. "My check was no good. Their bank didn't allow it to be redeposited. It was that no good," Jerry shared in a social media post. Almost 11 weeks later, and it's still no good, and no one in authority at the Music Room has acknowledged that they owe me a nice chunk of change or made any attempt to pay me. This is not an isolated incident. A Janis Joplin tribute band from Long Island faced similar issues. They had to seek help from investigative reporters to collect $2,300 they were owed.
For months, one of the venue's owners kept promising in emails to make good on the $2,300 rubber check. But 50 days out from their sold-out show, not a dime.
Bounced checks are just the newest complaint. Owner Brian Sapone's financial troubles go back even further. In 2021, his investment firm, Levy Breaks Investment Group, filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, leaving investors out nearly $4.5 million. While a settlement has since been reached, many, like investor Nancy Marble, feel justice has not been served. Her lawyer stated, "He's harmed a lot of people. This is too sweet a deal for Mr. Sapone and his businesses." According to court records, Sapone is only required to repay a fraction of his debt, $375,000, spread out over 8 years. For musicians, the frustration doesn't stop at the bounced checks, though. They also face near impossible odds when trying to contact Sapone or his team about missed payments. Jerry has repeatedly tried to get in touch with the Music Room, sending registered letters and making phone calls, only to receive his mail back marked unclaimed. He shared, "What good is filing a small claims case if the court itself won't be able to notify the defendant there is one?" With inaccurate corporate addresses, the Music Room has intentionally or inadvertently created roadblocks for creditors, investors, and musicians alike.
Bounced checks over $250 are considered a felony in Massachusetts and can carry a sentence of 5 to 10 years in prison.
Holidays and family gatherings can make the loss of a loved one harder than ever. On Sunday, November 17th, the Sun Will Rise Foundation will offer a program on navigating the holidays after loss. The foundation's senior facilitator, Carrie Brickford, will lead an afternoon of connection and self-care at the Compass Rose Center in West Barnstable. For more information or to register, visit compassrosecenter.org.
Harwich residents, this year's housing fair is on Tuesday the 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the 204 Community Building. Learn about housing assistance, available rentals, accessory dwelling units, and local resources and organizations. Don't miss this opportunity to learn what housing options are available to you. For more details, email bpowell@harwich-ma.gov.
Join the Barnstable Village Association as they host the Barnstable Fire Department for an informational session on November 21st. During this meeting at St. Mary's Church in Barnstable Village, the fire department will share updated plans for the new fire station at the former Water Department building site. Presentations will be made by Fire Chief Chris Beal and Project Manager Steve Rizzo regarding the design, construction, site plan, and costs for this project.
The 6th annual Taking Care of Cape Cod Summit will be held on November 21st at the 204 Cultural Arts Building in Harwich. This year's theme is Stemming the Tide of Wastefulness and will focus on providing actionable ways to reduce waste. It's designed for individuals, businesses, municipalities, and organizations interested in fostering sustainable habits. The keynote speakers are Deputy Director of the National Sea Grant Office, Dr. Nicola Garber, and Dr. Madison Willert, a marine debris specialist. To learn more, visit careforthecapeandislands.org.
The Barnstable Harbor Master's Office would like to remind all boaters that no vessels shall be stored or placed on any town property between November 15th and April 15th, unless you obtain written permission from Harbor Master staff for a proven need. Any vessel on town property between those dates will be considered abandoned property and disposed of by the town.
The Barnstable County Department of Health will be conducting its second public vaccination clinic. On Wednesday, November 20th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., head to the Harborview Conference Room in Barnstable Village to receive a COVID-19 primary vaccine or booster and flu shot. To register for the clinic, follow the link on the Department of Health's website at capecod.gov/department/health-environment or call 508-375-6613.
Cape Cod Community College and the Cape and Islands Veteran Outreach Center are teaming up to present a free mobile dental hygiene clinic for veterans. On Tuesday, November 19th, head to the Cape and Islands Veterans Outreach Center in Hyannis between 8 and 3 p.m. for a free dental checkup and cleaning. Registration is required and space is limited. Call 508-237-3349 to secure your spot.
Congratulations to Nancy Gifford on her success in achieving the David Byron Award from the Massachusetts Association of Science Teachers. Gifford, a grade 7 science teacher at Monomoy Regional Middle School, was honored with the award for outstanding service to science education. Gifford was selected by the MAST president, Greg Richard, who said, "Nancy's career spans over 30 years, marked by a profound commitment to science education and an unwavering dedication to her students and professional community. Nancy's passion for fostering curiosity and scientific exploration in young learners has and continues to shine through." This is Gifford's 4th award in scientific teachings. Her previous awards include the 2013 MAST's Barnstable County Science Educator of the Year, the 2018 Massachusetts Science Educator of the Year, the 2023 AIAA Northeast STEM Teacher of the Year, and the 2023 Massachusetts STEM Teacher of the Year.
Coming up after the break, sports and more. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Cape Media News.
This Tuesday, the 19th, the town of Yarmouth will be holding a special town meeting at the DY Intermediate Middle School at 6 p.m. The town has put together a preview video for voters to review beforehand, and here are some highlights.
So today we're preparing for our special town meeting, which is the fall town meeting. Generally, we hold every year for a lot of the cleanup business that comes after the start of the new fiscal year, but before we get the budget wrapped up for our annual town meeting, which is held in April. So the November special town meeting is generally a little shorter than the annual town meeting. A lot of cleanup items we need to take care of in advance of the budget process. So it still is very important, and we need your help coming out, giving us direction, and taking those important votes. Now, again, November 19, the special town meeting in the fall is a little shorter. We have a total of only 14 articles. And what I'd like to do today is to just go through each and every one of those articles so that you can see what the detail of it is. And any questions, please check out the town's website. We have the town warrant laid out there for you, and you can contact me at the town hall anytime to go over any questions on any of the town meeting items. On Article 8, it's one of the more important articles that we face at this town meeting, and it is for the engineering of wastewater discharge. As folks all know, that we've got phase 1 of the town's wastewater system under construction, and by 2028 that'll be completed. And what this is, an additional $500,000 transferred from the wastewater retained earnings, which will assist the town in additional engineering that's required to develop the groundwater discharge sites for the treated effluent from the wastewater treatment plant. This is clean water that the nitrogen has been removed, but it is required to have a detailed engineering system to re-inject this back into the groundwater at levels that don't impact the mounding or levels of groundwater, and very complicated science that is involved with maintaining the ongoing health of all of the town's aquifers, and to engineer a system that reintroduces in a slow, methodical way this treated water back into our system to be ultimately recycled is exceedingly important. And Article 8 keeps us on our schedule to have these permits completely in place by the time we get the wastewater treatment plant up and under construction, and so we can have a smooth implementation of the program once the construction stops. And while I have an opportunity, I thank everyone in town for their patience as we move through the community with that roadway construction to install those wastewater lines. We know it's been quite an inconvenience, but it's for the betterment of our community and our future environmental needs. So thanks, folks, all for being partners in that process.
If your family is in need this Thanksgiving, the Cape Cod Family Resource Center is happy to provide dinner supplies for your family meal. To apply for the Sharing the Harvest Basket Thanksgiving dinner program this holiday season, call the center at 508-815-5100. And pickup will be on November 25th and 26th at the Family Resource Center in Hyannis.
Dennis Public Library is offering a new club for girls in grades 6 through 12 who are interested in learning how to code. The Girls Who Code Club will meet on Tuesdays from 4:30 to 6 p.m. with snacks provided. Learn the basics of coding to create games, websites, and apps. To register, call 508-760-6219 or email Lisa at lcunningham@clamsnet.org. Boys are also welcome.
The Cape Cod Toy Library Family Play Day is tomorrow, November 16th. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., explore fall colors, foliage, seeds, animal behaviors, mushrooms, and more. Investigate the science of fall, create some fall art, and use all the senses to play and learn. This program is best for young children from infants to age 9. For more information, you can visit capecodtoylibrary.org.
Is your child obsessed with stickers? You won't want to miss Stickerpalooza at Brooks Free Library. On Saturday the 23rd, come trade stickers, create your own sticker designs, make sticker mosaics, and so much more. No registration or stickers are required for this program. If you don't have any of your own, Brooks Free Library will provide you with your own special sticker packet.
It's back, the celebration of all things Cape Cod at the Holiday Showcase and Winter Market. The Garden Club of Hyannis presents their triennial festival of flowers, decor, and crafts at the Cultural Center of Cape Cod in South Yarmouth. It only happens once every 3 years, so don't miss out on November 21st through the 23rd. Learn more at thegardenclubofhyannis.org.
Are you ready for Christmas? Kick off the holiday season with family and friends at the Sweet-tacular Soiree on Gingerbread Lane at the Harbor Overlook in Hyannis. This festive 2-day celebration promises sweet fun for all ages, including an artisan market, juggling shows, live music, game zones, visits with Santa, a model train display, and more. This is the perfect event to kick off your Christmas season right after Thanksgiving on Friday, November 29th and Saturday the 30th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Happy holidays.
Join Chatham Recreation for Family Paint Day. On November 17th from 2 to 4 p.m., grab your friends, significant others, or kids and let artist Ward Parker guide you through a fun holiday painting. All supplies will be provided at the community center, and all children must be accompanied by an adult. To register, visit chathamma.myrec.com.
And lastly this evening, we send it to Ryan Downs with a recap of this week in sports.
Welcome back to the Cape Media News Sports segment. I'm your host and local sports guy, Ryan Downs. The fall postseason is almost over, so let's get right into those weekly recaps. In an MIAA Division II round of 16 playoff matchup, number 7 Barnstable came away with a 51-35 victory over number 10 North Quincy. The Redhawks were led by junior running back Jason Dyer, who rushed for 191 yards on 17 carries, adding 3 rushing touchdowns and an explosive 78-yard touchdown reception. And junior quarterback Kyle Coffin, whose dual threat capabilities were on full display as he finished with 133 yards on 9 carries and 2 rushing scores, along with 167 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns on an efficient 7 of 8 passing performance. The first quarter couldn't have gone any better for Barnstable, and there was no shortage of scoring as they opened up the game with 3 straight drives resulting in touchdowns. And one of the 2 of Caden Fort's interceptions on the night also came in that stretch. The score at the end of the first quarter was Barnstable 28-7, but North Quincy battled and brought the score back to 28-14 following a long drive opening the second quarter. They scored again with just 30 seconds left in the half to bring it to a 1-possession game at 28-21. Barnstable came out of halftime and got a much-needed defensive stop to get things rolling again. After they forced a North Quincy punt, they took it 60 yards down the field in the next 6 plays to bring it back to a 2-possession game at 35-21. North Quincy responded with a 45-yard strike that went for a touchdown, but was negated for a holding call. A few plays later, they were able to slip a screen for 40 yards and to score to make it 35-28. On the first play of the following offensive possession by Barnstable, Dyer ripped off a 55-yard run where he dragged multiple defenders for the final 10 yards, setting up a crucial touchdown. Barnstable elected to go for 2 and brought the score to 43-28. And on the final play of the third quarter, Barnstable was beat in the secondary for what looked like another 40-yard bomb. But safety Josh Ferguson was able to recover, just in time to break it up in the end zone. Barnstable was able to kill their drive and put them to rest with a fumble recovery 3 plays later, and Kyle Coffin taking the first offensive snap 80 yards to the house. Another 2-point conversion sealed the deal at 51-28. With 11 minutes left to play, North Quincy got in the end zone one more time, but it didn't matter. The final score was 51-35. The victory propels Barnstable to the Elite 8, where they will face number 2 King Philip Regional, the defending Division II state champs, who eliminated Barnstable last season. Last Tuesday, November 12th, both DY and Sandwich Field Hockey traveled to Hanover High School for their respective Division III semifinal matches. DY was to play Watertown first, with Sandwich showing up more than 2 hours early to give support to their fellow Cape competitor. And DY even stayed for Sandwich's matchup following theirs. The Dolphins' season came to a close after a 5-0 loss to the number 2 ranked and 3-time defending Division III state champion Watertown in the Final Four. DY made significant strides under new head coach Leslie LaFrance after falling to Watertown 7-0 in last year's quarterfinal. They finished the season with a 14-6-2 record, and their playoff journey included a 2-0 victory over number 27 Notre Dame in the round of 32, a dramatic double overtime shootout win 3-1 over number 11 East Longmeadow in the round of 16, and in the quarterfinals, DY secured a 1-0 upset over number 3 Newburyport, last year's state runner-up. The Dolphins will graduate only 3 seniors, just 2 of whom are outfield players, and will retain a young core of 13 8th graders and freshmen. Most notably, their starting goalie, Addie Callahan, and 2 defenders are 8th graders, so the team's potential for years to come is sky high. Sandwich advanced in their semifinal matchup and will take on Watertown tomorrow at noon in a rematch of last year's Division III semifinal match in 2022's state final. And just like Sandwich has it out with Watertown, Monomoy has it out with Uxbridge. In 2022, Uxbridge beat Monomoy in a double overtime semifinal match to go on to win the state final. And last year, the two had a rematch in the finals, which Uxbridge walked away with their 3rd consecutive state title. This year, Monomoy becomes their first team in school history to have back-to-back state finals appearances, and they are hoping to bring it home this time. They will take on Uxbridge in a finals rematch tomorrow at 2:30 at Worcester State University, following the Sandwiches title game. The Sharks got here following an overtime victory in the round of 8 over number 7 Cohasset. The game-winning moment came from Emery Capallo, who scored off a penalty stroke awarded due to a hard tackle on Mia Zimmerman during a breakaway. Capallo also tied the game at 1-1 with her earlier goal, assisted by senior captain Ella Reeves. In a 3-0 victory over number 3 Sutton, in the Final Four at Bridgewater Raynham. Senior captain and midfielder Emily Layton scored 2 goals of the team's 3, showcasing her versatility and ability to step up offensively when needed. Layton's first goal came in the first quarter during a scramble in front of the net. Her second goal, and the team's third and final goal, was a powerful shot from the left side during a corner play. Samantha Clark added Monomoy's second goal, capitalizing on another corner opportunity. In anticipation for tomorrow's matchup, Monomoy looks to redeem themselves and claim their school's first state championship title. And that's it for this week's sports update. Back to you, Mitch and Maxie.
Thanks, Ryan. If you can't wait until Sunday to get painting with Chatham Rec, Yarmouth Recreation will be having 2 paint party sessions tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. and 5 to 7 p.m.
In the first session, La Flash of Creativity will guide you through painting a turkey, and the second session will be a fall landscape. Happy painting!
And thank you for joining us this evening. If you have a story you'd like to see covered, send us an email at newstip@capemedia.org.
Tune in every week for more hyperlocal news that matters on Channel 26, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV.
And be sure to follow us on all of our social media, including Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. For Cape Media News, I'm Mitch Sock.
And I'm Maxie Davidson.